Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Backman. 280! I'm coming! Sponge! No! Go!
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, baby, all day. 36.
Quick pass out to Aguilar. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
You don't want none.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cut.
Wentz going to throw. That's complete to the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, man. Who's it go?
On 1st down, Clifford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped. Others say, I got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going.
56.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
56, check 56. Right here. Shit.
On 1st and 10, Clifford finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Try to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Protein spill.
2nd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Tyson. Get that ball.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check. Two jet. Mike 49.
Now Leonard Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Mike 52. Record. Mike 52. Bunch. Here we go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming. Sunday. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the Chargers' 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You. Watch, twitch. What? 357. 5'9".
Wins. Open man, Arcega right side. That one a first down pickup of 8. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Wentz now 8 of 8 throwing the football in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Check safety.
Here's McKissick. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
The 20! Come to my work! We want it! Come to my... Ram. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Quick on Travis. Slam.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Check 50, check 50.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Dashing through the snow. The 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting.
I think the ball's out and picked up by the Chargers.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Silver. Hey, Zoo!
Operating from the gun. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? We're looking at 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Check 56. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. Here we go. 60 or. Check pass. Now.
From the gun, Clifford. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready, break. 54. Mike 54. Stop your whining.
Operating from the gun, Clifford eluding the pressure right. Oh, and they have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing his Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Clifford. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They they want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. This one caught by Crowder. And all the way down to the 29. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Fournette, a first down carry. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
55. Kill. Kill. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Bang, 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 bang. Kill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
And bring it. SOS. Jam.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
real. Back man. 280. You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Listen.
Wentz now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to make a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Operating from the gun, Clifford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Look at me, Dipper.
From the gun, Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Back to throw. Clifford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Let's go, defense.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see. Under pressure, they got him again. Brandon Graham in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw on second down. Clifford, that's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. They find some open field here. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
44, Mike, 44. And let's get this. Hey, high 7.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yo! Moving! Keep going, boys, moving! Watch 49.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check. Black. Fresno.
Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz again. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up in interception.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And an alley to run. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's the baby side.
You draw quarter.
On play action, Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
87. 44, Mike. Check. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Bravo.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't got nothing.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Big hold to the 30. And he cuts gets it back, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Badgley on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next the score, Chargers 32, Eagles 29.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get 46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
14, 82, 14. 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. 3 bud.
He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
He'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's dropped down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Check 99. Check 99. Tyson.
They will run it. It's McKissick. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The tough roll,
didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run on first down with Jackson. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Hey, team 6. Team 6. X3. 218. Chop it. Switch.
Back to throw. Clifford. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Get scared. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Everyone go 4 down. Kill.
Running on first down, Eckler. Oh, what a juke into space. Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the
check it back.
2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz. And the names that end in TZ. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
80 weapon. Tighten up.
Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 20 on the play. It's now 3rd.
They'll run to McKissick. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
On the set.
52. Check.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, echo. Shoot.
Operating for the gun. Clifford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, there's no points against it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the
board. Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is down to 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pull it high.
On 3rd down, Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. To throw, it's Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play, the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Clifford. He's got his man. It's Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 or. Slack, watch the slack. Right up.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
I'm coming.
Fire.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
A touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll make it across the 20 as those guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle that situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now in desperate, he's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 40 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.